Milo. So Emosi Kaloto will come on. Out injured Kaloto since New Year's Day. That really has been the story of Widnes' season. Talking to Frank Marler this week, he says he's not been able to get a settled side on the park. This is the last tackle. Holiday. Devereux. Soji takes it well and steps away from trouble. Through one, down the middle. Myler just tackled him. Just kept hold of his ankles. It's rip-roaring stuff, though.
Oh, good play by Rovers. Soji, of course, picking up the man of the match when they played against Wakefield. And he's certainly in the running with some wonderful runs so far tonight.
Don't forget 0898 500 186 for your votes of man of the match. Mike will have his say at the end of tonight's programme. Replica jersey on the line of the club of your choice. Mike Fletcher arrows that kick downfield. Mark Sarsfield collects, but the chasers have arrived, and Lyman was the first one in. Well, they must be the longest bicycle shorts I've ever seen. Grimmer, good unloading, finds Myler to Sarsfield. Bit of space ahead of Sarsfield, but Barkworth cut him off. He had to cut in field. It's the last tackle again. Holiday will hoist the kick. Fletcher watches it all the way.
Well, that was a wasted kick there by Holiday. It was right down the throat of the KR captain.
We're into injury time. Hull Kingston Rovers have a 2-point advantage. It's 8-6.
And I think they'll be pretty happy to go in at the break, Eddie. Just 2 points down. Because in my book, Rovers have really outran them. They've made so many breaks. And they should have had another try.
The news from on the touchline about Isene Familo is it his medial knee ligament that's gone. There's no way he's coming back on today.
Well, he might not be on for the rest of the season with an injury like that either.
Yeah, it certainly looked bad, didn't it? And that's a shame, really, for the player and, of course, the club. A talented player indeed. You mentioned, Eddie, that Widnes, of course, they've had their share of problems with injuries this year. But it must be nice to be able to bring on a man like Kaloto as a substitute.
Yes, Kaloto, he hasn't started a game since New Year's Day. 5 New Zealand caps, there he is, unloading the ball to David Hume. David Hume gives it to Holiday. And Harrison and Fletcher bring him to the ground. Grimmer makes a half break. Support arrives from McCurry. McCurry clips it ahead. He was brought down by Mike Fletcher. What will the referee's decision be? He's given the penalty because McCurry behind play is flat out and Fletcher's been pulled out.
Well, there's no doubt about it, is there? Fletcher, if it had stayed his ground, it'd have been okay. But you saw Fletcher just at the last minute turn into him with his shoulder, and that is not allowed. If it had stood his ground, it'd have been okay, but he moved.
Receiving attention, Steve McCurry, and Devereux is going to have the shot at goal here, which could easily bring Widnes level by the half-time siren. Quite remarkable, really. Outplayed for much of this first half, but they've dragged something back from the depths of somewhere. The way Devereux's been kicking, I wouldn't bet against him slotting this one over. then 1 from 1 tonight. That's 5 goals for the season. Kicked like a dream at Headingley. Can he drag his team level right on the stroke of half-time? Yes, he can. He looks like he's been kicking all his life. And there is the half-time siren. That's the last action of this first half. So it's 8 points all at half-time. Rovers with an 8-0 lead. Widnes clawing their way back into a match that at times in the first half looked to be slipping away from them. 8 all at the break.
The Hull Kr hooker Lee Richardson. Lee Richardson, if you look at him out on the pitch, has got a bandage round his head, and really that will look like a very important injury. In fact, it's been 7 or 8 stitches in his ear, and Lee Richardson had stitches time and again this season, and he's bandaged up again tonight.
So there we are. We're back live and exclusive, and the man with stitches in his ear in the thick of the action right away. Lee Richardson, the hooker. And that's the big prop forward, Chris Harrison. Tackle standing up. Just referring back to the head-to-head at the start of the programme, Rovers really have been shipping the points in all season. That ball went backwards, but the referee says it was a knock-on, much to Andy Thompson's disgust.
Out, simple as that. No good looking at the referee. If you can't hold the ball, he's not going to help you.
Harking back to the rule of the week, it wasn't stolen in the tackle. There's Holiday, gives that ball to Devereux. Big defensive examination then for Rovers now in the second half. Can they keep Widnes at bay as Coloto comes forward? Cracking pair of shorts them, aren't they? Dear me. I thought they were black tights. This is Myler, finds space for himself brilliantly. Good support from Ayres. Spruce is there. Sarsfield on the wing. Spruce took it on his own.
What do you know about black tie?
Mind your own. David Hume. Going nowhere then.
Well, there again, another mistake. This is one reason why I never wanted to become a coach. Must absolutely send them up balmy.
Doesn't make terribly good reading for either coach George Fairburn or Frank Myler. 9 all. 8 all on the scoreboard as Chris Harrison is pushed back towards his own line. There is the Rovers coach George Fairburn. Chatfield now with Thompson. Tackle there. Coloto, referee, allowed the play to continue. Fletcher's kick downfield. Spruce gathers it in. Myler directing operations from dummy half. Hume and Devereux.
Well, it's a big question now, Eddie, about the Widnes side. Will they capitulate like they did against Leeds last week? They really didn't do a good showing in that second 40 minutes.
Gutierrez swatting Dean Clark away, but Clark has him. And what's more, Gutierrez has been injured.
Yeah, he caught a stray knee. As he's coming round, there's a knee went in there. Was it intentional? Well, we'll soon see on this one. No, he just caught it underneath. Ayres, well, he'll feel the pain from that one, but that's how easy it is for a leg to be broken. Another inch and that could have been snap time.
It's a rough, tough game, all right. A quarter ass, none given. And, number 11 there was Paul Fletcher looking to escape the penalty, but the referee has given Widnes a penalty, and he's saying, I think here, that Coloto had the ball stripped from him in the tackle here.